Hey superstars, it's your bestie Scott, and this is our February recap video. I hope you're all doing well. Today I want to do some VRs for my pals BD Kane 721, Basement Card Collector, and Samuel P. Thunder Esquire, as well as our shareholders meeting, and then we'll close it out with some fun care packages, so let's do it. My man Saul at BD Kane 721 wants to celebrate the upcoming baseball season by hearing about records that you'd like to see broken, whether it could happen or not. Now, I hate offensive strikeouts. Like so many times, it's just a waste of an at-bat, right? Nothing good comes of it. If you get 2 strikes, I'd love to see more hitters just put the ball in play and make something happen. That's why I love players like Steven Kwan, who only strikes out like 50-something times a year, and Luis Ariz is even better, but I don't have any cards of him. And Tony Gwynn was amazing with an average of 29 strikeouts per year during his career. Nod to Saul with a couple of Padres there, but the best ever was Joe Sewell, who averaged just 6 strikeouts per season. I just find him so fascinating. He had not 1, but 2 seasons in which he struck out just 3 times. The first was in 1930, and that included 2 strikeouts in 1 game. And then he did it again in 1932. So I know it will never happen because home runs are so sexy and all that, but I would love to see it. Here's a 1928 W502. And here's a Perez Steel postcard and a couple of autographs there. So there you go, Saul. It's time to play ball. My pal Jason, the Basement Card Collector, he is celebrating 3 glorious years on YouTube, and he wants to know a couple things. He wants to know how long we've been on YouTube. For me, it'll be 6 years in April. That is wild. And he also wants to know about what we collect and kind of why. So in 2018, after a long hiatus in collecting, I found myself at the Detroit Institute of Art, and that's an art museum. And one of the displays they had there at the time was an entire set of T206 cards, including the Honus Wagner. And that sparked memories of me being so enamored with that card as a kid. So that night, out of curiosity, I hopped onto eBay and I bought myself a handful of T206 Cleveland Naps cards, and I decided to go after the whole Cleveland team set, and only that set, but that narrow focus didn't last very long. I started researching more and more cards, and then I went through some experimenting to figure out what I really wanted to collect, and I made it a goal to collect every reasonable Cleveland team set. Here's my Topps team set binders, where I'm working on every Topps team set from 1951 to present. For a while, I wanted to collect autographs from every Cleveland player, but I've narrowed that down too to more meaningful projects like Cleveland Hall of Famers, award winners, and World Series teams. When they became the Guardians, I set out to acquire an autograph from every player to wear a Guardians uniform. And here's the T206 team set. It's still my ultimate goal and my favorite project, and I'm almost there. Congrats, Jason. Here's to many more years. Hey, all, it's me, Don Mossi. Hey, yeah, I know you've all missed me, but truth is, Scott's kind of a cheapskate and he can't afford my appearance fees. But I'll come on and do a little dance for Sammy Thunder, who's celebrating 3,000 subs. I'd have way more than that if I had my own YouTube channel, but whatever. Sammy wants us to wear a Reindeer Studios t-shirt for some reason. Ugh, gross. And he also wants us to show off some oddball cards. So let's do it. Here's a pretty sweet 1961 7-Eleven card of yours truly. Very, very rare and very awesome. And I've got 2 of them. And here's quite possibly the coolest card ever made. A signed 1962 Ford postcard. You can't get more oddball than that. Anyway, congrats, Sammy. I've got places to go and people to see, so Mossi out. In February, I brought back Marker Doodle Mondays. So far, we've done Dave Parker and Dick Allen. I redesigned the cards this year with a little nod to one of my favorite sets, Topps Kids. And here's what the backs look like. And to mix things up a little bit, I started Hall of Fame Mondays on the alternating Mondays with a more realistic portrait of a Hall of Famer from just about every team. So here are George Brett and Tony Gwynn, which I just showed earlier. These are 5x7 oil paintings on board, and both of these originals sold really quickly. And here's what the cards look like. And on the backs, part of the design includes a diagram of the stadium that player played in, a little Easter egg, I guess. I have my stadium series of t-shirts, so I thought this would be a cool way to use some of that art again and give me an excuse to make the stadium shirts for the teams that I haven't done yet. But it is nice for me to be able to switch back and forth between the doodles and the paintings. It really keeps things fresh. That's about all I have to report. There is a lot of talk about Strongsville in April, and I will be there, and I will have t-shirts and cards and stuff. But if you're going and you want something specific, like a 4X size shirt or a hat or a blanket or something like that, let me know, and I'd be happy to order that for you and bring it with me and save you on shipping. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. I recently broke the 1,000 follower mark over on my Instagram page. It's kind of silly that it's taken me this long to get there, but that's totally on me. I'm not nearly as active as I should be. I do enjoy Instagram though. It's not really as involved as YouTube, but it is a whole different audience and a ton of different content that you can take in very quickly. And it's often very inspiring, especially for an artist like myself. Time for some care packages. This one's from my bestie Four Leaf. He's sending me a Christmas card in February. Nice. It says, Happy Valentine's Day. Thanks for making me cry. If you know, you know. And we've got a beautiful 1951 Al Flip Rosen. I love that card. So gorgeous. And here's a reprint of a T206 Tris speaker, which we all chipped in, and we bought him a real one at the Misfit House last year at the National. Thanks, buddy. I'm always happy to make you cry. Here's an envelope from my BFF Commissioner Jake from Legends Never Die. Jake's too cool for notes, but here's a Liam Jenkins autograph. He was in the Guardian system for a couple of years, and now he's in the White Sox system. I know I did not have his autograph, so that's very cool. Thanks, Jake. Now I'm getting fan mail. This one's from Mr. Alan Twitchell, quite the gentleman. He sent me an autographed 1979 Diamond Greats Don Mossi card. Oh man, look at how handsome I look. I'm sure this is like worth thousands of dollars. Very, very generous, Alan. Thanks, buddy. That is it for now. Thanks to Saul, Jason, and Sammy for the VRs. Thanks to Four Leaf, Jake, and Alan for the fun care packages. And of course, thanks to Don Mossi for gracing us with his presence this month. And as always, thank you guys for watching. Now go find a better video to watch, and we'll see you real soon.